All right. What's going on, people? What's going on, gamers? Ladies and gentlemen, what's going on? You already know what time it is. It's your boy Craig Simmons, and I'm back. I'm here with another video. I know it's early. Normally I try to do one on Fridays or Saturdays, but the Game Developers Conference, haven't watched everything, but the thing I was really looking forward to was Google. We all know Google is getting into gaming, whether it be console, mobile, whatever. But they release their gaming, I guess, service or device. Everybody was expecting the console, being we saw a controller leak, and you know, some people like the way the controller looked, some people didn't. Me personally, I'm not a big fan of the analog sticks down low, like on the PS4 controller. I do like the augmented sticks, one up, one low, but nevertheless, I do enjoy my PS4, especially the PS4 controller. I feel, you know, it's a lot more weight, more media than the current versions, PS3, PS2, you know what I'm saying. But with that being said, they have revealed that they showed their hand. Let's see if I can't get some rank matches in here. Put it on ask, apply, boom, so we can get into. But they revealed their hand, so to speak. They showed what they were talking about, and I must say, off rip, I was impressed. Like I said, I know it's a lot of people that's not a big fan of the streaming, but like I said, it's the future of gaming, man. It's where it's going. All consoles are going to be doing this eventually. Microsoft came out first with it, but of course with xCloud, of course people said it's trash. Xbox is leaving gaming as a whole. They're becoming a service. Whoop, whoop, whoop. But we're not gonna get into that right now. But Google, the Stadia, it is basically a streaming box. They'll use the like the little Fire Stick junk. I think it's what it's called, the Chrome box. I don't know what it's called. I ain't gonna try to put a name on it. But I think all the hardware, as far as what you need the link to via device is in that controller. So the controller, you know, outside of the sticks, the way it look, I can see myself playing with that controller. It look decent. It's all about, at the end of the day, it's all about how it feels in your hand, how comfortable it is. But man, they boasting a lot of stuff here, man. They are boasting a lot of stuff. They had the guys going from screen to screen to screen, which I gotta say it, put it out there. That's the same thing Microsoft was giving us with xCloud. People picked it apart on. People picked it apart on inside Xbox. I'm like, is she playing the game? She doing it? You know, their stuff is still in developmental phase. But nevertheless, that is what Microsoft is going to be providing us. And of course, as usual, it's trash. But Google, the guy went from the tablet, bare bones PC, a phone, and the phone setup looked a lot like xCloud setup. So to the TV, which I'm cool with that, especially if you travel. You know, I go a couple of trips a year with me and the fam, and depending on how many days we stay, I tend to bring a console and definitely my Switch. So depending on the price, which is another thing I'm gonna talk about later, that's pretty good for me. Just bring the controller, and you, like I say, you already keep your phone with you, your tablet, so boom. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's a good idea. They also saying they can do, we all know if you was in the beta test earlier this year, or was it late last year, I can't remember, but they did Assassin's Creed, and you also got to keep the game, and you know, they delivered all the way up to 1080p 60 frames, which is, you know, that's pretty damn good, because this generation, unless you had the X and the Pro, it was pretty hard to get constant 60 frames. But if you're someone like me, you know, I guess 60 frames is the sweet spot, but I'm good with 30 frames or higher if it's smooth and fluid. Like Destiny plays good, you know, Gears of War 4 played good. If you didn't have the Xbox One X, it played good at 30 frames, you know. So depending on the type of game, if you one of those that sits here, you like to see your little frame meter go up and down on your screen display, and you need that feeling of knowing and visually seeing 60 frames, and you know, cool. But if not, it don't matter. But this is the kicker. They're saying it's going to be, this is all being done in the cloud at the server's data center. They're saying they can start out with it launched 1080p 60, which has been proven with Assassin's Creed, scaling way up to 4K 60, to even in the future and beyond to 8K 60. Okay. I don't know about y'all, but where I stay at, my internet is pretty decent. I can't remember what I got up and down, but I'm not doing no 200 and 300 up and down. I can promise you that. And oh, they're still doing the commercials. Okay. And I can guarantee you, like most companies, especially if you're doing with a mobile phone, you got some type of data cap. Unless you like me, I'm in with T-Mobile, so I got unlimited. Got my military discount, so you know my bill ain't too bad.
Round one.
My home bill, thank God, as of right now, I'm with Charter, and it's no data cap. I'm grandfathered in, but they're trying to get me to fall under the new Spectrum contract, but I'm not gonna upgrade shit. I'm keeping my junk just like it is, because then that's gonna take me out of my grandfather clause, and who knows what type of caps I could have. So we all know when it comes to streaming stuff, it pulls a lot of data. So we'll see what's the workaround, but nevertheless, it sounds good. It's gonna do 4K HDR. That's pretty damn good, up to 8K, and they still guaranteeing with 8K HDR. And the surround, Dolby Atmos, so if you got the surround sound that support it, you're gonna be in for a treat. And nevertheless, you wouldn't have to build a super computer if this works according to the plan. So it sounds good so far. Like I say, I'm not gonna knock it. I'm actually, if the price is right, I'm actually going to try it out. I was expecting the console, so if I ain't got to buy another console, I'm gonna try it out and see how it is, and if it's not for me, then I'm gonna move on. But I already see people talking doom and gloom for Xbox. It's crazy. It's not just doom and gloom for Xbox. If this works, it could be doom and gloom for console gaming in general. Bottom line, but people love it. But I guess it gives you your money, you get your clicks. I guess anything doom and Xbox in it is gonna get you views. So I might title this too, Doom and Gloom for Xbox. So I don't know. Nah, I ain't gonna do that. It ain't no need. I ain't out here trying to be YouTube world hero. So how did he block that? That motherfucker. But it sounds good. It does. It sounds good. I just hope it works. That's my thing. And God forbid that thing launch and it's buggy. I can already see social media now. It's gonna be this fast. It's gonna be off the chain. But I'll tell you what I did like too. Being that Google and YouTube, you know, Google owns YouTube. I liked how they said if you watch a YouTube trailer of a game or official game link, you click on it. And it has the option if it's, I guess, if it falls under their contracting with, I don't know how they're going to get gamers to come to it, developers to put games on it, but we'll see. But you can click on, they have a play now button, and it'll pull you right to that game. Now, I wonder, are you going to have to pay for each game, or like I say, is it going to be a service-based price? And what is, like I said, what's the price at the end, which they never touched on? But that's pretty fucking cool there. You see a game like Division 2, I ain't got it yet, and you click on it and then it pulls you into the game, and that shit was fast, man. The way they clicked on it and pulled them right to it, that was pretty good. I'm not even gonna front. That's what consoles need to do. Something like that, especially if it's a console exclusive or whatever the case may be, something that, or if you already bought the game and you watching YouTube and you on your console, you should have the option. That's a pretty cool feature. I don't know, I ain't no tech guy. But it has a lot of cool features with the Stadia, and like I said, a lot of this stuff is being done in the web browser with a lot of these games. That's pretty cool. I'm just, I won't see it out in the wild once it's full-fledged on release to the public. You got not just a selected few who was able to play, but everybody who wants to play paid the money on it or whatever the case. I want to see how these are gonna work. Let's see. And then another good thing I liked about them, they're gonna want you to use their Stadia controller, which is that's a given. That's how they're gonna make their money too. But if you already got a PS4, you already got an Xbox One, or whatever keyboard and mouse you're using for your dedicated PC or whatever controller, if you bought a Razer controller, I guess, for PC gaming or whatever. I just threw them out there because that's the one I came to my head at the time. You can use, which, man, so I wonder how much money they had to pay to get that long, especially if the Sony and Microsoft were using the PS4 and Xbox controllers respectively. But nevertheless, that is good. And like I say, people, options are always good. So that was a good look on them. Good, I guess, fanfare for that, for people who already established these communities. So good look. I want they to support the Switch controller. Maybe the arcade, maybe the Pro controller. I doubt if the Joy-Cons will work, but maybe the Pro controller, who knows. That would be cool too, so Nintendo fans don't feel like they have to buy some more hardware and accessories if they don't want to. So that's, again, that's cool. That's cool right there. Like I say, they plan on upgrading in the future to 8K with HDR. That's cool. They had Doom Eternal. They didn't show gameplay. They said they will have it out there on the floor later on. I might peep some of that out when I go to work tonight if I get a little downtime. But that's good if you can get Doom, because everybody knows Doom was, man, that game was hella fast. Quick pace, punish you if you stayed in one spot, got to stay on the move, and it was, man, if you had the Pro and the Xbox One X, and obviously if you got, let's say, if you got a good enough PC, and you got the 4K patches running or the updates, man, that is a beautiful game. I need to get back in Doom and finish it. I never really played Doom back in the day, but this one, man, just off the way it looked and the gameplay had me on it. Matter of fact, if I do this, I might jump on a little Doom before I go to work. But that was a good look. You had id Software out there, and they guaranteeing Doom Eternal will be running 4K 60 HDR. Day one on the Stadia platform. So that's, again, that's bold, bold, bold. And then my thing was, and a lot of people, which Xbox was getting a lot of doubt on, was the multiplayer side. What if you playing with a guy, his connection is trash? Apparently it scales down to the lower connection, but apparently with the Stadia, I can't fuck that name up, y'all. But the connections and everything will be balanced out in the data center, which they're guaranteeing. They're not saying the perfect online environment, but a more predictable. So I'm like, what does that mean? Are you predicting lag and it's gonna be lagging across the board, or are they gonna, obviously they're gonna try to give you the most stable environment? I'm just being funny now, joking around, talking shit, but that's a good look. But what really piqued my interest, because you don't really have it too much on console side unless it's games cross-playing with PC, like Sea of Thieves, or like right now with Street Fighter. I keep it set to console because I play against guys on the PC with Street Fighter, and they hotkeying you to death. But they say no hacking, no cheating. Just like, I don't know if people are aware with Apex Legends, if you cheat in that game, which I'm completely 100% on board, on your PC, they break the hardware. They block your hardware. So I don't know how that stuff works, but it's not just your gamer tag no more. It's your hardware. So, man, basically it's like you have to rebuild a computer with all new parts, which I'm all for that. I hate cheating. I hate hackers. So they can block that out. Got me that much more interested.
It's so nice to meet
But they guarantee you multiplayer games are gonna run in a stable environment, no hacking, no cheating. You can't beat it, man. You can't beat it. That's pretty good. That's pretty good stuff there. I say my only thing is, you know, and a lot of people like they kill Microsoft all exclusives. I didn't see nothing that was gonna be exclusive to it. You know, it was rumored that the Avengers game was gonna be, or I can say exclusive, but showed off on it, and it wasn't there. It was just Doom, and they still didn't say Doom was exclusive. So, like me, Xbox is still gonna be my preferred platform and for the near future. So, depending on how it goes after this next generation, still gonna be the mighty Xbox Alaconda, whatever they're gonna call it. But that's a good look. But I also like, and they doing it in Mixer where you can multi-stream. You know, you got certain people who do certain things, and it affects the map. Well, apparently you can do this within a multiplayer game. Everything done, like I said, on the power of the cloud. So that's pretty good. And the split screen co-op couch right here side by side, and it won't sacrifice the visuals and the performance of the game. That's cool there. That's a good look. That's a good look, because you know that's why Halo 5 was one of the main things people didn't like. It didn't have split screen because it was sacrificed from the way the game ran and looked. But apparently you can do couch co-op as long as y'all got, I guess, controllers that are compatible, and boom, right there on the Stadia. No sacrificing gameplay, game performance. That's pretty cool there.
Round one. Fight.
And they also, again, like I said, crossplay is coming. Full crossplay, which again, a lot of fanfare there. That's good to go. Crossplay is the future. Crossplay, cross progression. That's man. I'm glad to hear that. They not forgetting about it, because it's all about moving forward, not back. So I'm definitely interested, but at the end of the day, it's the price. No price was touched on. I'm wondering if you're gonna get the basic, I guess, package where you get your 1080p 60. You're gonna have this price, or if you go for, as they say, the future-proof one where you can upgrade to 4K 60 all up to 8K and beyond.
Round two.
What is that gonna be? Is it all gonna be one price, or is that gonna be packaged separately? And how much is that controller gonna cost? So that's my only thing to take away from it negative, outside of, and if you data cap, depending on your internet provider. So a lot of people forgetting that, and your area of the connection speeds. You know, a lot of this is, let's say, requiring internet, which that's why xCloud, you know, people knocking it, but xCloud is just a companion, addition, an extension to your Xbox. It's not meant to replace the console. Whereas this is basically meant to replace your console, or having to go out and buy a PC. And the gamers that this is for, it's not for your traditional gamer. In my book, it's not for the person who, like I say, like me, who sits on the couch. Like now, I'm gonna try to get a couple hours in before I go to work. It's not meant for the guy that I guess is a game streamer all day, because you know you got to have the perfect hardware set up if you want to really stream in the perfect quality and fidelity. It's meant for these new age gamers. Gamers are like my kids. They don't mind playing on their phone. They don't mind playing on the go, like the Switch. They don't mind that, even though my son, he really don't. Well, then that Fortnite is up there. He's kind of been on the Switch a little bit more, but that's what this is for. People who don't mind watching a movie on their phone or their tablet. You know me, I don't mind it neither at times. Like, it's good if I'm on the go killing time, but if I can watch Avengers Infinity War and I'm home and I got the choice to stream it through Movies Anywhere, just put my Blu-ray disc in, I pop my disc in, because you guess the quality of the physical content you can't beat, bottom line. But this is a market out there. That's why the mobile gaming market, people, that's why Microsoft, they trying to reach 2 billion gamers. And that was the very first thing they popped on their screen when the keynote started. 2B plus. That means 2 billion gamers plus. They're trying to get that money, and they know it's gamers out there that don't have to have the dedicated hardware. It's people who watch movies that don't have to have the dedicated 4K Blu-ray player, super high def 4K Ultra OLED, Quantum LED TV, and stuff. That's what this is for. And ladies and gentlemen, it is going to be big. It's going to make it with the general, as they say, casual gamer. It's going to be a hit. As long as their data caps or their internet is capable. And like I said, I'm even going to try it depending on the price and if I can handle it as far as with my internet, because like I said, I stay in the woods, so who knows. But on that note, I'm going to wrap it up here. And like I always say, it's Crazy Simmons Gaming TV. Hit that like button if you like it. Got the option to hit the thumbs down button. Don't recommend it. But game on. Play how you want, where you want. I'm out. Till next time, yeah.